श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। तदेवं ज्ञानं कर्म कर्ता च त्रिविधा एव गुणभेदतः इति व्याख्यातम्. Now, up till now, we saw that the jnanam, karma, and karta are of three types only, according to the differences in the guna, sattva, rajas, and tamas. Samprati. Now, dhrityutsaha samanvita ityatra sujitayoho buddhi dhrityoho traividyam pratijanite. Now, through the dhriti utsaha samanvita, the shloka in the shloka, dhriti utsaha samanvitam. The word dhriti and utsaha we translated as dhriti, dhairya, and utsaha, encouragement. Okay, so the strength and the steadfastness. Okay, now dhriti, the steadfastness and the encouragement, that's how we translate it. So that steadfastness and encouragement, which turns out to be the determined knowledge and buddhi. Okay, buddhi, intellect, and dhriti, steadfastness. Okay, iti pratijanite. That is how that is also is of three types. That is what he is going to say. बुद्धेर भेदम धृतेश्चैव गुणतस्त्रिविधं शृणु प्रोच्यमानम् अशेषेण पृथक्त्वे. बुद्धेर भेदम धृते गुणतः त्रिविधं शृणु प्रोच्यमानम् अशेषेण पृथक्त्वेन धनंजय. बुद्धेर भेदम, the difference in buddhi, dhriteshchaiva, and also the dhriti. Gunatah trividham shrunu, according to the gunas it differs. Listen to me carefully, that's the idea. Okay, prochyamanam, maya prochyamanam, that which I am going to say, you listen to me. Asheshena, and I am going to say to you in totality, in completely. Okay, prithakvena, and by differentiating each one, the buddhi as well as dhriti as sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. That's the idea. Hey Dhananjaya, he is calling Arjuna now Dhananjaya. Buddhehe adhyavasadi vrittimattaya. Buddhi means intellect. Intellect means adhyavasaya. Buddhi is defined as adhyavasaya. The lakshana of buddhi is adhyavasaya buddhi dharma or nischayatmika buddhi. Both the words are used. Adhyavasaya or nischayatmika both mean determined. So the determined knowledge is what is buddhi. Okay, so that determination, that kind of thought function, which is buddhi. Dhritescha, and dhriti, what is dhriti? Tadvritti, the thought function which arises from intellect. Buddhi is dhriti. Okay, tattvadi sattvadi gunatah trividham eva, and that is also of three types only, based on the sattva etc gunas. भेदम मया त्वां प्रति त्यक्त आलस्येन परमाप्तेन प्रोच्यमानम्. And this difference I am going to tell to you. It is going to be told by me to you. It is going to be told by me to you. Okay, maya prochyamanam, maya, by me. Why you? Me, because I know, but why you? Why did I choose you to say this? He says, Tyakta alasyena, you are one who has given up the laziness. And parama aptena, you are one who speaks what thinks as it is. So therefore, according to the Shastra, therefore, prochyamanam asheshena niravasheshena. Asheshena means niravasheshena. I am going to tell you asheshena, completely, without leaving anything out. Prithaktvena, he adeya vekena, and by differentiating. Oh, you said gunatah trividham, and now differentiating. You have already differentiated with the three gunas as three gunas. No, that is different and this is different. This is what should be acquired and what should be given up. That knowledge also I am going to give you. Shruno, shrotum savadhano bhava. Listen to me carefully. Okay, be careful to listen to me. That's the idea. Be ready to listen to me. Hey Dhananjaya. Now he called him Dhananjaya. After a long time we are seeing Dhananjaya probably. So why Dhananjaya? Dhananjayati, one who gained lot of wealth. Where when Arjuna was deputed to for some yaga, he went to the world and conquered the people, and he took lot of wealth from them. So he says Digvijaya, during the Digvijaya, while he went around, so Prasiddham Mahimanam, he gained a lot of wealth and lot of name and fame. That kind of a he is implying, he is now implying that Suchana means he is implication. Why is he implying it now? By pointing out to that, you are Dhananjaya, remember, oh, I have wealth, I can buy wind. No, not that. You have the capability to do that, so you have the capability to do this also. He is encouraging him, protsahayati, encouraging him. Atra idam chintyate. This is the idea. Okay, this is the inquiry into what was said here. A beautiful inquiry. किमत्र बुद्धि शब्देन धृति मात्रम अभिप्रेतम किंवा वृत्तिमत अंतःकरणम. What do you refer? See, when you say buddhi, I don't understand what buddhi is. Are you referring to the thought function endowed mind, or only the thought function? First is only the thought function. Is it only the thought function or thought function endowed mind? What is that you refer to as buddhi? प्रथमे ज्ञान पृथक पृथक न वक्तव्यम. In the first, you don't have to especially say knowledge. When you have already said knowledge, jnana, why do you have to talk about buddhi? If you have to talk about buddhi, then why do you talk about jnana? Jnana and buddhi are synonyms, because jnana is a thought function, buddhi is also thought function. So why do you differentiate it? Dvitiyetu, when you say vidvrittimat antakaranam, when you say it is a thought function along endowed with the mind, then prithagna karta, you don't have to say karta, because doer is same. Doer is a thought function endowed mind. Therefore, vrittimat antakaranasya kartatva. That is what normally accepted. Thought function endowed mind is what is accepted as karta. This is the logician's idea, not our idea, not Vedantin's idea. Remember that. Jnana dhrutyoho prathak kathanam ayarthyam cha. And jnana and dhruti need not be specially said, because dhruti is also a thought function, jnana is also a thought function. So why do you have to speak about both of them separately? Nacha nachet na ichchadi parisankhyanartham tat. No, it is not to count in the ichcha, etc., desire, etc., are thought functions. Similarly, this jnana is one more thought function. To differentially count it, we are not including it. To enumerate in that, we are not including it here. Why? Vrittimat antakarana त्रैविध्य कथनेन सर्वासामि तद्वृत्तीनां त्रैविध्यस्य विवक्षितत्वात्. By saying vrittimat antakaranam, thought endowed mind, you have already said thought endowed means whatever thoughts the mind has, all those thoughts are included here. You don't have to specifically say this thought, that thought, etc., dhruti, etc. And iti travidyam. And for all of them we have said they are all of three types. Okay, uchyate. For that we answer. Antakaranovedaschidabhasa karta. Your karta, the idea of karta, the doer, is not right. We accept the doer as the one antakarana upahita chidabhasa chaitanya. Upahita means upadhi yukta, one who is endowed with the embodiment of antakarana, the consciousness which is endowed with the embodiment of chaitanya, whatever you call it. So antakarana avachana chaitanya, that is what is doer is. Okay, that is what is the jiva. Ihatu upaitat nishkrishya upadhi matram karanattvena vikshitam. Now, by embodied embodiment endowed, instead of saying embodiment endowed, we are just referring to the embodiment upadhi matram vikshitam as the doer. Sarvatra karanopaitasya kartatva, because everywhere the instrument endowed is what is the doer. The instrument endowed is what is the doer is. Therefore, here the karana here. यद्यपि कामसङ्कल्पो विचिकित्सा श्रद्धा अश्रद्धा धृतिरधृतिर् ह्रीर् धीर् वीर् इत्येतत् एव इति श्रुति आनूदितानां सर्वासां वृत्तीनां त्रैविध्यं वीक्षितम्. Though in kama, sankalpa, vichikitsa, shraddha, dhritir, dhir, vir, etc., all the thought function are included as mind. Okay, though it is said, but still, tathapi, still, they are all of three types. That is also as well said. But still, tathapi, dhi dhrityoho traividyam pratak uktam. Here, dhi and dhruti are separately said here as of three types. Why? Jnana-shakti, kriya-shakti, upalakshanaartham, to show dhi is jnana-shakti, the power of knowledge, and dhruti is the power of activity. So, to point out to that, not to enumerate it, not to add one more to it, not that. See, here, mind, thought function, mind endowed thought function endowed mind, all these ideas. Mind is thought function. That is what I keep repeating again and again. While explaining it in Tamil, I got a very beautiful example. I don't know if the people who have played what you call Deepavali in India using crackers, many of them may know it. There is a cracker. It's not a cracker actually. Size kind of. It doesn't burst or anything. Okay. A small pill kind of. It will be like small. It will be like a Ayurveda pill, black, small, round, black pill. Okay. Now they are called as snake pills. The name of the pills are snake pills. Snake. That is the name of that cracker. So it's a small pill. Take a matches and lit it. Put the fire on top of it. What happens? It starts bursting. And a charcoal kind of like a snake, it will just spread like that. It will go up, and then because of the gravity, it will bend and it will like that. A beautiful example that is. See, the pill is what is burning and bringing out this effect of charcoal kind of. The charcoal is not different from pill, and that starts from the charcoal and goes till the whatever junction, whatever object it hits. So until this exists, until this the power in that pill exists, the charcoal will be produced. You see, until your mind exists, thought function will be produced, because the mind is the mind transforms itself into the thought function, like that pill transforms itself into that charcoal kind of thing, that snake. Similarly, okay, so that's a very beautiful example. Tatra buddhehe traividyamaha trivihi. The buddhi, the thought function, the three types of thought function is said in three shlokas. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha ya veti buddhi sa partha satviki. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha karya akarye bhaya abhaye bandham moksham cha ya veti. Sa buddhi, through which intellect knows. That is how you have to understand here, but translate here, but it is not ya buddhi, it should be ya buddhi, like it is used, it's an instrument, right? Buddhi is an instrument. So ya buddhi means it's a doer, it's a karta, subject. So instead of subject, you should have to translate it as instrument, ya buddhya. So to which buddhi you understand, that buddhi, hey partha, is satviki. What kind of buddhi? The buddhi which understands pravrittim cha nivrittim cha. Pravritti means the path to samsara, karmas. Nivritti means path away from samsara, sannyasa, etc. Okay, non-activity, non-performing the karmas is sannyasa. Okay, karya akarya, what is right and what is wrong, what should be performed and what should not be. Bhaya abhaye, bhaya means fear, abhaya means fearlessness. What is fear and what is fearlessness? Bandham cha moksham cha, what is bondage and what is a liberation. The mind which understands these, discriminative mind. So that mind is sattvic mind. The mind which understands this is sattvic mind. Pravritti means karma marge. Nivritti sannyasa marga. Pravritti means the path of karma. Nivritti means the path of sannyasa. So the path of samsara and path of moksha. That is the idea. Karyam pravritti marge karmana karanam. Akaryam nivritti marge karmanam akaranam. See, karya means the activities you perform in the pravritti marga, in the path of samsara. Akarya means the activity which you don't perform in the path of liberation. It's not what that you do in the path of. There is no activity in the path of liberation. Bhayam. Pravritti marge garbhavasadi dukkham. In bhaya means fear. Fear means in the path of samsara, the fear of entering the womb again and again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. So that is fear. Going back again and again to the womb, gaining rebirth. Abhayam. Fearlessness means nivritti marge tadabhavam, the absence of it in the path of liberation. Bandham. What is bondage? Pravritti marge mithya jnana kratam. In the path of activity, in the path of karma, that which is gained because of the mithya jnana, the illusory ignorance, that is a bondage. Karturtva abhimanam, the idea of doership, etc. That is the bondage. And moksha, what is liberation? Nivritti marge tattva jnana kratam ajnanadat karya bhavam. In the path of liberation, that which is gained, moksha means liberation, that which is gained through the knowledge of the truth. And what does it do? It meaning it is the absence of ignorance and its effect. That is the idea. Cha yaveti karane kartutva upachara. So in the sense of doer subject, instrument case is used. Okay. Now, so how should it be? Yayaveti karta buddhi. By which buddhi understands this? We saw yesterday the example, through the example, the fire is cooking, the fuel is cooking, etc. Those the fire, fuel, etc. are not the cooking. The cook is the person who is cooking it. Similarly, here also, they are all just for namesake usage. Okay. Pramana janita nischayavati. Buddhi means that buddhi, that determination, that intellect. What is that? Pramana janita nischayavati. A determination, a clarity gained through the proper valid means of knowledge. Sa parthiki. Hey partha satviki. That is sattvic buddhi, intellect. Bandhamokshiyo hote kirtana tad vishayameva pravrityadi vyakshyatam. See, bandha and moksha, that is how it is said here. Therefore, based on that, we have explained the pravritti, etc. Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam eva cha ayathavat prajanati buddhi sa partha sa rajasi. Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam cha akaryam eva cha ayathavat prajanati buddhi sa partha satviki. Yaya dharmam cha adharmam cha, in which dharma and adharma, karyam cha akaryam eva cha, the karya, the activity and non-inactivity. Okay. Also, ayathavat prajanati, he understands. Prajanati, he understands, but not as it is. Ayathavat means as it is. Ayathavat means not as it is. That buddhi is a rajasic buddhi. Rajasic buddhi is one which understands it wrongly, the wrong conclusion, meaning it is doubtful, etc. Right? So dharma means shastra vetam. That which is prescribed by shastra is dharma. Adharma is a shastra pratishiddham. That is which is prohibited by shastra is a adharma. Adrishtartham ubhayam. These both are something which are not perceived. They may or may not. May or may not means they may or may not give result in the near future. It may be in the next birth. It may be in some 100 births later, something like that. So it will give result later, which you cannot see. Karyam cha drishtartham. But karyam and akaryam, the activity and inactivity, they can be perceived here and now. That is why he is saying two things. This is the secret behind it. One is that which is perceived, and the other is it cannot be perceived. Avayam. Ayathavadeva prajanati. Yathavat na janati. He does not understand it as it is. He understands it wrongly. Kim swit idam. Idam itham nava iti. Cha anavadhyasa. Anavadhyasayam. Anadhyavasayam samshayam. So, kim Siddhidam, what is this? He has not determined indetermined knowledge or doubtful knowledge. Idam itham va nava. Is it like this or is it not like this? So, one is doubtful knowledge. The other is a non-clear knowledge. So, both kind of knowledge, bhajateya, buddhya, saradhi, that kind of intellect is a rajasic intellect, where there is a non-clarity or doubt. Atra tritiya nirdeshad anyatrabi karanatam vyakhim. So, since it is used yaya, buddhya, yaya, third case. So, since it is used in third case, you have to use the third case, instrumental case, in all the other places also instead of the subjective. Adharmam dharmamiti ya manyate tamasavrata sarvarthan viparitanscha buddhissa partha tamasi. Adharmam dharmamiti ya manyate tamasa avrata sarvarthan viparitanscha buddhihi sa partha tamasi. Adharmam dharmamiti ya manyate. Adharmam dharmam, that which is adharma and that which is dharma. In this way, whatever the wrong, he thinks it as right. Ya manyate tamasavrata, because of the delusional mind, the darkness, ignorance. Sarvan viparitanscha, sarvarthan viparitanscha, and whatever he sees here, that also he understands it wrongly. That buddhi is a erroneous knowledge. Is see, determined knowledge is sattvic buddhi. Doubtful knowledge, unclear knowledge is rajasic buddhi, and erroneous knowledge is tamasic buddhi. That's the idea. Understand that. So, tamasa means vishesha darshana virodhina, that which is a hindrance for the clear knowledge, the right knowledge. Doshena avrata, that's a defect, right? So, because of that defect, that kind of defect, tamas kind of defect, darkness, your mind is engulfed. Ya buddhi adharmam dharmamiti manyate. That intellect sees dharma as adharma as dharma, the wrong as right. Adhishtartha. And that is not something which you can perceive through the sense organs. So that is adhishtar. Okay. Now, sarvatra viparyasyati. And in all the things, like punya, papa, etc., whatever you say, so on all those things which you cannot perceive, in all those places he misinterprets it because of this erroneous knowledge. Tatha, similarly, sarvarthan, all the objects, sarvan drishta prayojananapi, all these objects which you see, which are there for you to see, even in them, Nyeya padarthan vipiritan eva manyase. Whatever you can objectify, even those things, he understands it wrongly. Sa viparyasavati buddhi tamasi. Viparyavati buddhi tamasi. That kind of erroneous knowledge intellect is called as tamasic intellect. Idanim dhrutis dhritehe traividyamaha trivihi. Now he is explaining the three types of dhruti, steadfastness. Okay, dhrutya yaya dharayate manah pranendriya kriya yogena abhyavicarinya dhrutissa partha satviki. Dhrutya yaya dharayate manah prana indriya kriya yogena abhyavicarinya dhrutihi sa partha satviki. That is, hey partha, that is sattvic dhruti. What is that? Yaya dhritya, with which steadfastness, dharayate, you are able to control the mind, prana, and all the activities of sense organs. All the activities of mind, prana, and the sense organs. How? Through the yoga. Yoga means through the samadhi. Avyabhicharinya, which is unfailing. The yoga, the result which produces unfailing result, through that kind of mind, through that kind of yoga, through that kind of samadhi, whatever control over the sense organ, mind, etc. you gain, that is the sattvic dhriti. Yogena. Yogena means samadhina. Avyabhicharinya, avinabhutaya. That which is unfailing, that kind of yoga, samadhi. Samadhi vyaptaya means that which is engulfed, the mind which is engulfed by samadhi. Yaya dhrutya prayatnena, that kind of dhruti, that kind of effort. Manasaha pranasya indriyanam cha kriyascheshta dharite. You are able to control the activities of the mind, prana, and sense organ. That meaning what in control from what? Meaning if you have samadhi, you will not breathe, you will die, right? No, that is not what we mean. Uchchastra pravrittehe nirunnadhi. It is completely controlling it from the mind, from applying itself into the prohibited shastra. Uchchastra means reverse of shastra, that which is opposite to shastra, so which is prohibited. So it is it controls you from involving yourself in prohibited actions. Yasyam satyam avashyam samadhir bhavati. When this kind of mind exists, this kind of dhruti exists, definitely you will have this. When you have this kind of control, then definitely you will have samadhi. Yacha dharyamanaha mana adikriyaha shastram atikramya narthantaram avagahante. Why? Because when you are able to hold on to this kind of dhruti, then the mind, etc. are not going to enter into anything which is not a shastra. It is not going to go beyond the shastra. It is going to follow the shastra always. Therefore, narthantaram, it is not going to objectify anything else other than shastra, that which is prohibited by shastra. Therefore, that is sattvic dhriti. Yatu dharma kamarthan dhrutya dharayate arjuna. Yatu dharma kamarthan dhrutya dharayate arjuna. Prasangena phalakankshi dhruti sa partha rajasi. With which dhruti, here also yaya, okay, with which dhruti dharma kama arthan dharayate. One is able to hold on to the dharma, kama, and artha, the three human pursuits, human goals. Okay, dharayate, hey Arjuna, prasangena phalanksha. And while he is doing that, he is interested in the results of those karmas also. He is interested in the results of those karmas, whether it is dharma or artha or kama. So that is what is a rajasi. That is rajasic dhruti. Tu satvikya bhinati. Tu is to differentiate it from the satvik dhruti. Prasangena kartruttvadi abhimani vashena. Because of prasangena means because of the identification of the doership, etc. While performing this, he becomes attached to the result. Phalakankshi san yaya dhrutya dharmam kamam artham cha dharayate nityam kartavyata avadharayati. Because of which he is following the dharma and artha kama as something which he needs to perform. He gains the clarity that he needs to perform this. That kind of dharana, that kind of steadfast, that kind of attachment to it is natu moksham kadachitapi, never moksha. With rajasic dhruti, you will never be interested in moksha. That is rajasi partha, sa partha rajasi. Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madameva cha na pimunchatti durmedha dhriti sa partha tamasi. With which dhriti, steadfastness, with attachment, swapnam, sleep or dream, bhayam, daydream, we mean, bhayam, fear, shokam, sorrow, vishadam, again a kind of sorrow, resultive sorrow, grief. Madam evacha. Madam means involving yourself in prohibited action. Madam is normally ego. Now involving yourself in prohibited action. Na vimunchati durmeda. This idiot will not give up of any of this. He is happy to be immersed in sorrow, to claim himself to be very sorrowful, pitiful, etc. So that kind of mind is tamasic mind. Swapnam nidra bhayam trasam. Swapnam means nidra, sleep. Bhayam means trasam, trouble. Shokam ishta viyoga mittam. Shoka, sorrow is when you when you lose your dear things. So whatever dear to you. Santapam, that kind of pain you experience. Vishadam, indriya avasadam. Vishadam means the sense organ created issues, pain. So Madam, Ashastriya, Vishya, Seva, Unmukhatvam. Madam means being attracted towards things which are prohibited by Shastra. Cha, Yaya na vimunchati, through which dhruti you are not able to give up, you don't give up. Kintu sadaiva kartavitaya manita. But not just you don't want to give up, but you always think that it should be performed. That is what you have to do. That is what you are destined to do. Meaning, that is what you are born to be. Like you are born to be pitiful, sorrowful, painful, etc. All that stupid ideas. That is a Durmedha, Viveka Asamartha, this kind of idiot who is not capable of discrimination. That dhruti is partha tamasi. That kind of dhruti is a tamasic dhruti. Evam kriyanam garakanam cha. That is why we say, we keep repeating, never put yourself in front of you. I'm not saying not being selfish. I'm saying don't make yourself an obstacle to the knowledge. Evam kriyanam karakanam cha gunatah traividyam uktva. The kriyas, the activities, and the doer. The different states of activity, not the doer, the different state of activity. So both are established as a three types through the gunas. Tat phalasya sukhasya traividyam pratijanite shlokardhina. Its effect, which is the sukha, that is also established to be of three types. And first, he is establishing it first with half shloka, establishing that its result also is of three types, is with half shloka. Sukham tvidanim trividham shrunume bharata rishabha. Hey, see on among the Bharata, the greatest among the Rishabha. Rishabha means greatest. The greatest among the Bharata family, the Bharata clan. Shrunu, listen to me. Shrunume, listen to me. Sukham tu idanim trividham. The three types of sukha. I'm going to explain the three types of happiness. Listen to me carefully. Hey, me, mama vachanat shrunu. From me, from my words, listen to me. Hey ade vekartham. Why do I have to listen to you? To understand which should be acquired and which should be given up. Vyasangantara nivaranena manastri kuru. By not involving your mind in any other disturbances, make your mind focused on this listening. Hey Bharatarashabhaiti yogyata darshita. By calling him greatest among the family of Bharata. See, the Bharata family itself is greatest, but you are the greatest among that family. So you are person who is eligible, capable of understanding this. That is said here. Satvikam sukham aha asadhyena. And now he is explaining the satvik sukha with half shloka. Abhyasad ramate yatra dukkhantam cha nigacchati. Abhyasad ramate yatra dukkhantam cha nigacchati. Abhyasa means practice. The result of practice is also referred to as abhyasa. By abhyasa, because of the practice, ramate chittam, in whichever your mind is involved, that's happiness. That abhyasa, practice of samadhi, that is samadhi result. So because of which dukkhantam cha nigacchati, and the sorrow also comes to an end. That is sattvic. That is what is sattvic sukha is. He is going to explain it again. Yatra samadhi sukhe abhyasat ati parichayat. Because of closeness. Abhyasa here is also closeness. Because once you keep practicing it, you gain the taste of it and you are interested more of it. So because of that gate of introduction, a very closeness, you ramate paritripto bhavati. You become interested, you become satisfied with that itself. You don't need anything else. Natu vishesukaiva sadya eva. See, abhyasad ati parichayat. After becoming very close, after having a close understanding, only after having a close understanding, abhyasa means practice. Here he is interpreting it as after having a close understanding. Only after a close understanding, not just understanding, a close understanding of the happiness, you will be able to experience this happiness. Unlike the Vishya Sukha, the happiness of the gained through the objects, that happens immediately. You take a good coffee, good. It happens immediately. But this happiness of samadhi is not gained immediately. You need to savor it more. Very good. So that is the kind of happiness. That is why once you are caught in it, you will be interested to be established in it more and more. Yasmin ramamanascha dukkasya sarvasyapi antam avasanam nitaram gacchati. And when he is involved in it, when he is immersed in it, then the sorrow, they also come to an end. Natu vishya sukha iva ante mahat dukkham. See, the vishya sukha, the object of experiences, give happiness immediately, and they give sorrow later, after it comes to an end. But here, this sukha, it takes time for you to experience it. Once you experience it, the sorrow comes to an end immediately. The sorrow comes to an end immediately. But the sorrow starts after the experience in the world. Okay, that is the difference. Tadeva brunoti. That is what is explained here more. The same sattvic sukha. Yattadagre vishamiva pariname amurtopamam yattatsukam sattvikam proktam atmabuddhi prasadam. Beautiful. This is a very beautiful explanation. Yed tad agre vishamiva pariname amurtopamam tatsukam sattvikam proktam atmabuddhi prasadam. That sukha, that happiness, that bliss is what is called a sattvic happiness, sattvic bliss. What is that? Atma buddhi prasadajam. Atma buddhi, the mind which is established in the self, that kind of mind, through the grace of that, prasada means the grace here. Okay, so to the grace of that kind of mind, you gain this. That is why manah prasada, dhatu prasada, these are the words used in other places. Yet, and what kind of sukha it is? Yattad agre vishamiva pariname amrutapam. While experiencing, while practicing it, it will be like poison. But at the end, it will be like a nectar. How while practicing it is poison? Yes, that's a very good question. Natural question also. Is it easy to listen to Shastra? Try to understand Shastra? Oh, you miss 1 second, 1 page, I turn off. Right? And is it easy to practice Viveka, Vairagya, etc., Shama, Dama, etc., for that matter, any one in the 6th prerequisites? They are all difficult. But once you practice that and gain control over that and understand the truth, then that is nectar-like. So that is unending bliss. So that is what he is saying here. Yattad agre jnana vairagya dhyana samadhi arambhe. Agre means before. Before means during the practice of jnana, vairagya, dhyana, samadhi, etc. Atyanta ayasa nirvahyatvat vishamiva. Because you have to be very careful and practice it very tirelessly. So therefore it is like poison. Dvesha vishesha avaham bhavati. And it meaning vishamiva means it becomes an object of contempt. What? I am been practicing this. I have to again go and sit and meditate. It becomes like a object of hate. But pariname, jnana vairagyadi paripake, when the jnana vairagya etc. comes to fructification, then to amrutopamam, it is like as though you are enjoying the nectar. Preeti adishayaspadam bhavati, it becomes the most loved, the most dear to you. Atmavishaya buddhi, atma buddhi, tasya prasadah, nidralasyadi rahityena. So, the mind which is established in the Atma, the subject matter of Atma, that is Atma Buddhi. And its effect, its prasada, is bereft of this nidra, alasya, etc., this sleep or the laziness, etc., which is tamasic quality. Swachhataya avasthanam. So, without that kind of laziness or sleepiness, etc., having a purity, establishing that, being established in that purity, that is called as a Atma Buddhi Prasadam. Prasada, but jam. What is jam? Tato jatam. Jam is a tato jatam. Based on that, you add a ja. So, from that, it is born. From that kind of mind which is pure, this is born. What? This bliss is born. That is why it says Atma Buddhi Prasadam. Natu Rajasamiva Vishendra Sanyugatam. See, it is not like the Rajasic happiness. Rajasic happiness is that which is born, jam again. Vishya Indriya Sanyoga jam. The sense organ contact, when they come into contact, that which is produced, that is Rajasic bliss, happiness. Not like that here. Nava Tamasamiva Nidralasyadijam. And unlike the tamasic happiness is gained through the sleep or through the laziness. ईदृशं यद् अनात्मबुद्धि निवृत्त्या आत्मबुद्धि प्रसादजं समाधि सुखं तत्सात्विकं प्रोक्तं योगिभिः. This kind of happiness which is by avoiding the non-self, by removing the non-self, being established in the self, whatever happiness, bliss you gain, which is born out of samadhi, that is called as sattvic sukha by the yogis. Aparayah. And some other, they have a different opinion with respect to this. This is my idea, but some other people have a different opinion regarding this shloka. What do they say? Abhyasat, avrutehe. Abhyasa means repetition, practice. Okay? Because of practice. Yatra ramate priyate. Because of practice, wherever your mind is enjoying, happy, established. Yatra cha dukkha avasanam prapnoti. And wherever the sorrow comes to an end, tat sukham, that happiness, that bliss. Tacha trividham gunabhedena shunu iti. And that is of three types, based on the gunas. Listen to me. Tad padadhyaharena purvasya shlokasya anvaya. With bringing in the word tad, you have to complete the syntactical connection of the shloka. See, when you see yat, you have to carry forward this tat. Even if it is not there, you have to add that. If there is tat, you have to imagine a yat there. Yat, tat, yaspin, taspin, all these, yaya, taya, all this, they are complementing. Always they come as dual, like if then. If there is then, you have to understand there is a if somewhere. Yat tadagre ityadi shlokena tu sattvika sukha lakshanamiti. And yat tadagre, with that, the sattvic happiness is what is said. Bhashyakara abhiprayopya evam. Bhashyakara, Bhagavan Bhashyakara also accepts the same way. But my idea is different. That I established already. Vishendriya sanyogat yattadagre amrtopam pariname vishamiva tatsukam raj samsmritam. Vishendriya sanyogat yad tadagre amrtopamam pariname vishamiva tatsukam raj samsmritam. That happiness is what is called as rajasic happiness, which is gained through the sense organ sense object contact, and in the beginning it is like a nectar, but at the end it is like poison. Okay, this is easily explained through the example. Our parents, our guru, our well-wishers, they tell us something which is good for us. They'll be repeatedly saying with a lot of crying and all that, And we don't like that kind of advice. Advice no one likes. Whether it is mother or it is guru doesn't really matter. No one likes the advice. But the others, the neighbors, relatives, friends, they don't want, they don't wish for the well-being of your kid, so of this disciple, so or of this disciple, whichever. So what they do is, oh, he's a young boy, young girl, and this all happens, this is not new in this world. This is he or she is not the first person to do this. This is happening like this. Now they don't care what happens to that person. Now if somebody is crying in the beginning and you follow that advice, later you will be happy. And somebody is making you happy with their advisor and you follow that, you will be sorrowful later. Understand this. So that is what this example is. Sattvic happiness is somebody giving you sorrow now, but later it becomes happiness. Rajasic happiness is somebody is making you feel happy, pleasant, but later they are all cause for sorrow. That is sattvic, rajasic happiness. Vishayanam indriyanam cha sanyoga jatam natu atmabuddhi prasada yadu tat. So that which is born out of the sense organ sense object contact, not because of a pleased mind, not because of a mind which is established in the self, tad ati prasiddham srakchandana vanitadi sangadi sukham. The famous happiness of the world, the objects of the world, like the garland, the fragrance, or the sandalwood paste, that is what is said, and or the women, etc., men, etc., whatever that is. So that kind of happiness, prathama arambhe manasanyamadi klesha abhavat amrutopam. In the beginning, because you don't have to control your mind, you can let your mind do whatever it is. So therefore there is no pain of controlling the mind, etc. Therefore it is like though it is happiness pariname. But in the end, the transformation, the result, to aihika paradrika dukkha avahatvad vivshamiva. Since it is not going to, sometimes it is going to bring, if you are not going to heed to the good advice, it is going to bring in sorrow here or hereafter. So therefore while practicing it as a maybe happiness, but here or hereafter later it is going to be painful. That sukham rajasam smrutam. That kind of sukha is what is called as rajasic sukha. Yadagre cha anabandhe cha sukham mohanam atmanah nitralasya pramadotham tattamasam udahritam. Yad agre cha anubandhe cha sukham mohanam atmanah. That which sukha is deluding the mind in the beginning and afterwards. Anubandham, following the conclusion of that activity. Nidralasya pramadotham, that which is born out of sleep, laziness, or carelessness. That is tamasic happiness. Agraha, agre means prathama arambhe, in the beginning. Cha anubandhe, pariname, in the end. Cha yet sukham atmano mohakaram, that deluding happiness which you gain, meaning sit like that, you don't do anything, you feel happy while doing it, but because you don't feel sorrowful, you don't feel sadness, etc. Therefore you think you are experiencing some happiness, you don't want to do anything. So that kind of happiness, nidra alasya prasiddha, which is very famous in the sleep or in the laziness. Pramada kartavyartha avadhanam antarena manorajya matram. Pramada means carelessness, meaning whatever you have to do without the knowledge of that which has to be done, just living in daydream. That is a pramada, carelessness. Tebhyah eva uttishtati yat natu sattvikam iva buddhi prasadam nava rajasamiva vishendriya sanyusam. It is neither like sattvika nor like rajasa, neither like sattvika, which is born out of the grace of the mind, peaceful mind, the mind established in itself, or like the rajasic happiness, which is born out of the sense organ sense object contact. This is a born out of this kind of issues. The laziness, the deep sleep, the sleep, deep sleep or whatever, sleep and the carelessness. Tad nidralasya pramadottham tamasam sukham udahatam. That kind of happiness is called as tamasic, which is born out of sleep, carelessness and laziness, etc. We'll see this. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.